Hey guys, it's Totoro. I just have here a cup of Cafe Bustelo and I put a teaspoon of 10 mushroom blend from 4 Siggy. I put this in my coffee because it really brings out the flavor really nicely and kind of enriches it. Today I'm doing another decluttering video, so you guys seem to enjoy these. I go through skincare products that I'm not using or don't intend to use and donate them to Project Beauty Share, which is an organization that distributes new and gently used products to women's shelters and homeless shelters. So that's what I'm going to do. Also might actually send some of these to a local shelter here in Houston. But anyways, first product that I'm gonna send on its way is this Paula's Choice Omega Complex Moisturizer with chia and flaxseed. They sent this to me and I actually don't have any problem with the product. I think it's actually pretty nice. Aside from, I think it's probably a little maybe on the pricier side. It has shea butter in it. I have a whole video explaining why shea butter is a good ingredient in moisturizer, so check that out. But it also has ceramides in it, which are also helpful ingredients in moisturizers, good for restoring the skin barrier. It has a variety of plant-derived oils, flaxseed oil, chia seed oil. I mean, these plant-derived oils, yes, they're rich in fatty acids, which can be nourishing for the skin barrier. In a product like this, where you have added preservatives and antioxidants that protect the oils, they're less risky in terms of oxidation. But if you just go chasing oils as part of your skincare, that is a real risk with using them, is that they can oxidize pretty easily and become irritating. That and just using an oil by itself outside of the other key components of what goes into a moisturizer, namely a humectant and a occlusive, you really don't get much in terms of moisturizing the skin. You just get emolliency. Remember, moisturizers have 3 components: emollient, humectant, and occlusive. Most of them are already in moisturizers, so you can get the benefit of the oil in the moisturizer, and you don't risk the oxidation because there are other ingredients in the product that will stabilize it, and you have everything you need. But anyways, this is kind of nice packaging, I suppose. A little pump here, and I'm just gonna put a little on my hand here so you guys can see. It's pretty thick, like most shea butter based moisturizers. Let's zoom. If you have seborrheic dermatitis though, or a lot of you guys tell me you have fungal acne, and so that's driven by yeast, Pityrosporum yeast, and Pityrosporum yeast kind of thrives in the oily components of our skin. And so it's advised that you choose an oil-free moisturizer. People with these skin conditions are always like, what are good oils for these conditions? It's like, just choose an oil-free moisturizer with like dimethicone in it. So yeah, I probably wouldn't choose this one, but otherwise it's nice. Those of you with dry skin, sensitive skin, rosacea prone skin, I think you'd be fine with this. It's for normal to dry skin, also combination skin, but let's face it, combination skin is kind of an umbrella term for a whole lot. But anyways, I'm gonna send that on its way. It's good, I just don't intend to use it. All right, I don't wear makeup, but I do wear mascara, and I like to remove mascara with the double cleanse method. I use an oil-based cleanser first to break it up. I also take the oil-based cleanser all over my face to break up my water-resistant sunscreen. There actually was a study fairly recently that showed that using an oil-based cleanser as a first step for cleansing is a more effective and efficient way to remove water-resistant sunscreen. They didn't look at makeup, but you could kind of extrapolate that onto things like cosmetics and water-resistant mascara or just mascara. Anyways, that's how I take stuff off of my face. But I wanted to try this Neutrogena eye makeup remover lotion. I thought it would kind of be something similar. Oh my god, this is not a pleasant experience. It did take off the mascara, okay? And it's a decent makeup remover, but the double cleanse method that I use is much better. But I'm gonna send this on its way. Somebody definitely needing to take their makeup off. We'll get some use out of it, and then it'll be done. That way it doesn't go to waste. But I found it very irritating. If you're new here, I don't recommend anything from Dermalogica. I fondly refer to it as Derma Illogica because the products all contain essential oils and fragrance, and they're very expensive. All right, so this product, for example, the Active Clearing Age Bright Clearing Serum. Oh, good God. This is salicylic acid, 2%, which is a great ingredient for acne, for oil control. It concentrates in your sebaceous glands. That's where it works. It helps to normalize sebum production. It helps in skin cell turnover. It can help improve the appearance of hyperpigmentation. Salicylic acid is one of the most well-studied, most powerful ingredients in dermatology. But you can find it in tons of over-the-counter acne products. So this is not unique, in other words. For example, the Zap Zit BHA facial wash that I've always recommended you guys is a salicylic acid face wash. Salicylic acid is an ingredient that is effective in a face wash. You just lather the wash to your face, to the oily prone areas, let it sit on there for a few minutes, and then rinse it off. It works that way, and doing it in a wash form versus a leave-on form like this is a lot gentler. One of the side effects of salicylic acid is very drying and irritating. And using it in a wash form, you can still make use of its beneficial properties for, say, acne control or improving hyperpigmentation with less irritancy from having a prolonged contact time. So, there are much better leave-on 2% salicylic acid products. Your Good Skin has a 2% salicylic acid product that is very inexpensive and is fragrance free. So I would recommend that. I've talked about it in like my top products for spot treatment, and then like my pores video. I've talked about it in several videos. So I would definitely recommend that over this, because this is, just an expensive salicylic acid, and it's got fragrance. It has lavender oil in it. It has lemon peel oil, orange peel oil. Speaking of another fragrance containing salicylic acid product, La Roche-Posay's Effaclar Matte Daily Facial Moisturizer. This is a fragrance containing salicylic acid leave-on moisturizer that you're supposed to use all day to reduce shine. I mean, the salicylic acid will help in reducing sebum, oil, that's what this shine is. But like I said, no acne product, no skincare products really just should not have fragrance. La Roche-Posay makes some fragrance-free salicylic acid products though that are good. Their Effaclar face wash is pretty good. I think it's got menthol in it, which is not a great ingredient. And then they've got it's like a anti-aging serum or whatever. I don't know what kind of jazzy terminology they use. But I featured it in my tips for getting rid of your pores video. That is much better than this, so I wouldn't recommend this to you guys because of the fragrance. You'll see a theme here. Most of what I get rid of and don't really want to promote to you guys is stuff with fragrance, because honestly, like especially stuff like I'll use this Exuviance product as an example. These all come with a steep price point, and to create consumer appeal, lure, it creates this idea that like this is somehow luxury or whatever, and it's really not. It's just a basic sunscreen, but with fragrance. This is a chemical sunscreen. I mean, you can find chemical sunscreens that have these active ingredients in the drugstore. This is not novel. It's SPF 30, which is not even a high, SPF 30 is fine, don't get me wrong. But like when you're shelling out that kind of money, you should at least get a higher SPF. They also put retinol in this. Retinols in skincare products, they're not in their most bioactive state, bioavailable state like tretinoin as far as your vitamin A derivatives. I've talked about this before. So, you may be pursuing that and hoping for the best with it. Going out in the sun, this is like a sunscreen basically. The retinol can degrade. I mean, the idea of wearing a retinol out in the daytime, you can, but I mean, it's not super stable in the presence of UV light. So yeah, don't recommend the Exuviance Age Reverse Day Repair. This isn't even water resistant. It does have peptides in it. Peptides are really nice humectants. I bet if you put this on your face, you'd probably like it a lot. And probably people use this and are hearing me talk about it and may not be happy. that I don't recommend it, but because I can tell it probably is a nice moisturizer, but the fragrance in there, I mean, you know, no. All right, here's another Exuviance product that I wouldn't recommend you guys go plunk down cash for, the Evening Restorative Complex. That sounds like an after dinner drink. Anyways, the Evening Restorative Complex for normal combination skin. This is a moisturizer with fragrance at its core. So you know, I'm not going to recommend that because of the fragrance. But what are the ingredients in this? It's got gluconolactone, which is a nice, you know, kind of humectant and moisturizers. It has glycyrrhiza glabra, which is licorice root extract. Licorice root extract, anti-inflammatory, anti-redness, and can also improve hyperpigmentation. So licorice root extract is always a good ingredient. But you guys, that is in, let's see if I have it over here. I hope I do. No, I don't. Anyways, oh, that's in, here we go, I have the box. That is in my boo Rosa Care, and it's also in the Cetaphil anti-redness line. Eucerin products tend to put licorice root in. Just look for glycyrrhiza glabra, or glycyrrhizade. You know, that's the at least scientific name for licorice, not Twizzler. All right, next up are these products that I tried for you guys, the Benton Deep Green Tea line. They're toner and lotion. I was not impressed with these. I didn't use that much of them, so I'm gonna send them on their way. The toner is just a moisturizing vehicle, like a liquid. It's not drying, it's not irritating. The products themselves were pretty gentle. And it has willow bark extract in it, which is anti-inflammatory. These also have Centella asiatica in them, which is, you know, of interest. There's some small, tiny laboratory studies showing it, you know, is promising for improving the appearance of scars and wound healing. I don't have anything bad to say about the ingredients in these. And then, you know, the kind of key ingredient that they're featuring is green tea. Green tea is rich in polyphenols. Green tea and skincare products can be helpful for redness, anti-inflammatory. There's some small studies showing that it's helpful in diminishing the appearance of pores. You guys always want to go doing your own DIY, putting your tea bags on your face. And, you know, you can do that, no harm, no foul, but I don't think it's effective. The dosage of the EGCG has to be quite high, and it's going to be much greater. The dosage required to at least have the outcomes in those studies is much greater than you would get just from like putting tea on your face. It's much more concentrated. So specifically looking for products that have just EGCG in them is probably a better way to go, honestly. But, you know, green tea by itself, whatever, you know, it's kind of no harm, no foul. And manufacturers, they're not going to disclose things like percentage strength or anything like that. So I don't know, who knows? There could be hardly any green tea in these things, but the toner was nice, not irritating. It was just like a moisturizing liquid. And the lotion, the problem I had with the lotion was getting it out of the bottle. It's really hard to get it out of the bottle. I featured these in a nighttime skincare routine. They're not bad products. I'm not going to use them, and they're gonna, you know, if I don't use them, they'll expire. So I'm gonna send them on their way. Here's another perfume cream from Exuviance that I would not recommend to you guys, the Ultra Restorative Cream. This has, like I said in my last decluttering video about Exuviance, a lot of their products have polyhydroxy acids, which are great humectants and can be gentle exfoliants. And this one's got lactobionic acid in it. It's also got gluconolactone. And so yeah, you know, I imagine that this is actually a pretty nice moisturizer, but I wouldn't recommend it to you guys because of the presence of fragrance. So I'm gonna send that away. You may be wondering, why is it, if fragrance is, quote, so bad, why is it that they keep putting it in? Because people keep buying it, that's why. You know, once upon a time it probably wasn't that bad, but the fact that skincare has blown up to what it is, and the average consumer puts like 30 things, comes in contact with 30 personal care products on a day, You know, it's really created an epidemic of not only fragrance allergy, but contact dermatitis to a variety of other things that, you know, once upon a time, you know, maybe in the 40s and 50s, these things weren't as much of a problem because, I don't know, take a look back in those days. If you went into a store, Olay had like one moisturizer. I mean, people weren't doing these like excessive routines that people do now in using all of these products. You know, maybe a face moisturizer. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of why things have just kind of gotten way out of proportion, and these ingredients are leading to more harm than good. All right, and then last up I have the Pharmacy Honey Butter Lip Balm. I haven't even opened this yet, it's sealed. So I'm gonna send that on its way. It's, you know, a lip balm, but it's got fragrance in it, so I wouldn't recommend it. Or just use plain Vaseline, petrolatum, much better option, fragrance-free. Will seal and trans epidermal water loss, which is really important on the lips. You know, we're licking our lips, they come in contact with a lot of water and irritating compounds from our foods and things. Lip balms are a major issue with irritant contact and allergic contact cheilitis. I have a video on cheilitis, so check that out if you suffer from lip issues. But yeah, that is that. So anyways, guys, that is everything for this decluttering video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, like the last one, I'll put the link in the description box to Project Beauty Share if you guys want to do some decluttering, send things on their way to a good home. I would encourage you to do that. No, it's not sponsored. I just think it's a highly useful and beneficial service. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Totoro's smiling at you. Share it with your friends. And as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.